Two sisters, one restaurant, and a shocking betrayal that changes everything. You won't believe what happens when a mysterious businessman shows up with an offer that tears this family apart. We're talking about secret tickets, midnight heists, and a massive fire that destroys generations of family recipes. Face screaming in fear, but wait. There's a plot twist that will leave you speechless. Will these sisters ever cook together again? Will their family legacy survive? And what's the real reason behind this businessman's suspicious offer? You're about to find out in this emotional roller coaster of a story about family, food, and forgiveness. And guys, the ending, it will make you CRY. Loudly crying face, let's get right into the family table, a story that proves some recipes are worth more than gold. Ifoma woke before dawn, her calloused fingers already kneading dough for moi. Kioma drifted in later, humming a childhood song, her apron stained with yesterday's palm oil. Kioma grinning, sister, remember when Mama caught us stealing chin? She chased us with a wooden spoon. Ifoma not looking up, and you hid behind the yam sacks. I took the beating. Their rhythm was ancient. Ifoma stirred, Kioma tasted. Ifoma scolded, Kioma charmed, but cracks had begun to form. Det gnawed at the restaurant, the roof leaked, the fridge wheezed, and customers whispered about newer eateries with glossy menus. One afternoon, a black SUV parked outside. Mr. Adekoya, a Lagos businessman with a gold-capped smile, stepped out. Mr. Adekoya to Kioma, your oaf Onigbo is magic. Why rot here, in Lagos, I'll make you a star. He slid a business card into her palm. Kioma's heart quickened. Chapter 2. The secret ticket that night, Kioma knelt by her mattress, digging out a rusted biscuit tin. Inside lay her escape, a one-way bus ticket to Lagos, buried beneath Mama's coral beads. She'd bought it 6 months prior, but guilt kept her tethered. Kioma whispering to the tin, just 1 year. I'll send money, rebuild the roof. Ifoma, scrubbing pots in the kitchen, noticed her sister's absence. She found Kioma's Bible flipped open to Psalms, the ticket tucked like a blade between the pages. Ifoma voice trembling, you'd leave, after all we've survived? Kioma teary, I'm drowning here, you cling to Mama's ghost, but I need air. A cockroach scuttled over Mama's recipe book, its spine cracked from use. Ifoma slammed it shut. Chapter 3. The fire, the betrayal came on a moonless night. Kioma crept into the kitchen, her shadow swallowing the safe where they kept the recipes and savings. The key turned with a click. Kioma muttering, forgive me, sister. But Ifoma stood in the doorway, a kerosene lamp casting jagged light. Ifoma roaring, thief, Mama's ghost sees you. They grappled, the lamp shattering. Flames licked the curtains hungry. The recipe book fell, pages fanning like wings. Kioma fled, clutching the tin. Ifoma collapsed, clawing at the burning egusi recipe. Mom, as handwriting curling to ash. Chapter 4. The ashes by dawn, the restaurant was rubble. Ifoma sat in the soot, her braids streaked gray, cradling the recipe book's charred spine. A single page survived, forgiveness stew, served cold. In Lagos, Kioma's neon lit restaurant, Kioma's kitchen, thrived. Critics raved about her modern twist on Igbo classics. But the oaf Onigbo tasted hollow, the pepper soup bitter. One rainy evening, Mr. Adekoya swaggered in, trailing cigar smoke. Mr. Adekoya smirking, you never asked why I chose you. Your sister's Ugba recipe, it's gold. Send it, or I ruin you. Kioma froze. She'd stolen the book, but not the secrets. Only Ifoma knew how to wash the bitterness from ugu leaves, how to coax flavor from dried fish. Epilogue. The return, Kioma boarded the last bus to Enugu, the biscuit tin heavy in her lap. She found Ifoma at Mama's grave, planting bitterleaf seedlings. Kioma kneeling, I'm sorry. Ifoma silent, then, Mama's recipes weren't in the book. They're here. She tapped Kioma's chest. And here, she tapped her own. The sisters rebuilt Nwani's kitchen, this time with a new recipe, 1 part regret, 2 parts grace. Customers swore the jollof rice tasted different now, sweeter, but on quiet nights, when the market slept, Ifoma still traced her scars, and Kioma stared at Lagos's glowing horizon, wondering. Just when you thought this family drama couldn't get any wilder, we've uncovered the darkest secrets of Nwani's kitchen. Get ready for a mysterious old woman with a shocking photo, blackmail from Lagos, a stolen recipe that changes everything, and a dramatic showdown that will leave you speechless. Plus, you'll never guess what was hidden in Mama's Bible all this time. This story proves that some recipes are seasoned with secrets, and every pot has a price. Chapter 5. The unseen ingredient. The rebuilt Nwani's kitchen stood brighter, its walls painted the deep green of fresh ugu leaves. Ifoma and Kioma worked side by side again, but silence now seasoned their stews. Customers marveled at the new menu, forgiveness stew, and second chance soup. Yet the sisters' laughter no longer danced over the stove. One humid afternoon, an old woman with a hunched back and eyes sharp as pepper seeds entered. She slapped a wrinkled photo on the counter. Mama Nwani, young and smiling, arm in arm with a man neither sister recognized. Old woman cackling, your mama owed me a debt, paid in recipes, that oaf onigbo secret, it's mine. Kioma's hand trembled as she stirred the soup. Ifoma gripped the counter, her burn scars pulsing like a warning. Chapter 6. The Lagos Trap. Mr. Adekoya hadn't forgotten Kioma. His goons lurked at the market, snapping photos of the thriving restaurant. One night, a text buzzed Kioma's phone. Send the ugbo recipe, or I bury your sister in debt. Kioma burned the message, but the embers of fear lingered. She began sneaking bites of raw gari at midnight, a habit from childhood stress. Ifoma found her hunched over the pantry, flour dusting her braids like premature gray. Ifoma softly, we promised Mama no more secrets. Kioma whispering, some secrets keep us alive. Chapter 7. The bitter leaf truth. The old woman returned, demanding her share. She revealed Mama's past. Decades ago, she'd stolen the oaf onigbo recipe from a rival chef, the old woman's sister. The secret, a pinch of a bark, boiled at dawn. Ifoma furious, Mama would never steal. Old woman spitting. Ask her ghost why she hid the bark in her Bible. Kioma found the bark, tucked behind Psalms. That night, she added it to the soup. The flavor deepened, but guilt curdled her stomach. Chapter 8. The broken pot. Mr. Adekoya struck at the Nui Food Festival. As Kioma presented forgiveness stew, a video played on the festival screen. Footage of the fire, Kioma fleeing with the recipe book. The crowd gasped. Ifoma screaming, lies, that's not how it happened. But Kioma fled, her Lagos dreams now a noose. She collapsed by the Niger River, clutching Mama's beads. A fisherman's voice startled her. Fisherman grinning, Lagos woman, rivers don't swallow secrets. They spit them back up. He tossed her a catfish, its scales gleaming like Adekoya's cufflinks. Chapter 9. The last recipe. Ifoma confronted Adekoya at his Lagos office, Mama's recipe book in hand. Ifoma cold, burn this, or I tell the world you poisoned your rivals with fake suya spice. Adekoya laughed until she slapped a lab report on his desk. Proof. He relented, but not before hissing, your sister's the real poison. Back in Enugu, Kioma waited at the restaurant, a pot of oaf onagbu simmering. The sisters ate in silence, the bitterness of the bark now a bridge between them.